that this evening is her 25th wedding anniversary. So she asked to cancel, and she will be our guest speaker in September. So we lost our guest speaker. So since we have a policeman on, I'm going to ask for the monthly police report. Can I mute yourself, please, Matthew, and give us a report?
Good evening, everyone. First off, just wanted to apologize for missing last month's meeting. We had a lot of events going on, and we just kind of lost track of time with everything. But I'll jump right into it. So tomorrow we have our backpack drive for K through 12. It's going on at the municipal building at the gazebo. We give away backpacks, the school supplies in the backpacks. We have the Citizens Academy. It's going to be starting up September 8th. It can be anyone 21 and over. It's going to be held on Zoom for the first couple months because of COVID. We have the cadet program. That's everyone who's through high school and like a kids program to see what the police officers do and everything with that. It's going to be starting October 7th. We have a 5K. It's going to be at headquarters / Middlebush area we'll be doing. It's going to be October 9th. And then we have a couple of the other programs. Excuse me for what I'm wearing. We just got done with a program, Franklin Fit. CrossFit with kids every Wednesday, 5:30. Sign up online. All these programs should be signed up online through the CRB website, through the Franklin website. We have biking with cops, which we had yesterday. We bike all around town, showing people the canals, parks, any kind of trails that I know from growing up here. So I like to show that's all high schoolers and above. So any adults who want to join that, that's fine as well. We have the basketball program that's going to be starting again after Labor Day. We're going to take a hiatus from that for COVID issues. We have the cooking program is going to be starting back up sometime in September. I'll let you guys know the date for that at the next meeting, hopefully. Just wanted to finish it up by just reminding you guys, make sure you lock your car doors, lock your doors at night. You know, we've been having a couple more car burglaries at night. So to make sure everything's locked up before you go to bed. Right? Thank you.
Do you have any questions for the police officer? Anybody? Have it? Please unmute yourself. I see that Officer Ken Reed has come upon us. Do you have anything to report, Ken, or was the report that Matthew gave sufficient? And okay, now don't have a speaker, so I am gonna ask for a youth report. Ask Arian. We got a youth report today from Councilwoman Francois. Oh, before I go on, is Councilwoman on the telephone now?
I'm here, Gary.
Okay. Council, our liaison, Councilman Ram, had a conflict this evening with the sewage authority. So we have the honor of having Councilwoman with us this evening. She graciously volunteered. She's on the phone. So if anything that you want to say, unmute yourself. Happy to hear from you. Who's the other person that's on the phone? I have one other person that's on the phone.
Tom.
Other than me?
Tom DeGancy.
Who's that?
Tom.
Oh, Tom DeGancy. Okay, Tom.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Okay. Would you give your report, Mr. Arian, please?
Are you talking to me, Gary?
No, I'm asking our junior commissioner, Aaron Shaw, to unmute himself and give us the youth report that we got from from Councilwoman Kimberly Francois.
Okay.
Right, of
Sorry,
course,
I'll go back on mute.
Gary.
Okay,
Yeah, I can totally give that report right now. So as for the youth center, there have been a few developments in the last month. First of all, in my capacity as a e-board member of the Franklin Township Youth Council, we have been working with our organization on activities connected to the youth center. For example, we have been speaking with the Parks and Recreation Department of Franklin and making calls to local businesses in connection with the youth center's new programs. In addition to that, something that we've been doing on that end is also monitoring the youth center's progress in order to plug in and kind of add more events. In my capacity as a junior commissioner, I've not actually been particularly in the loop on the youth center as of now, but Councilwoman Francois has sent me information as of today, and I have recently seen some of the update footage on how the area has been going. Now, this is end of August updates, but essentially the building is coming along very well. Different areas are being developed consistently, and things are generally looking very nice for the future, Gary. Hopefully, the youth center will be complete soon. The timeline is proceeding as planned, generally speaking. And other than that, I don't know much in-depth information, so I am going to have to ask those who do to potentially offer more. That concludes my report.
thank you, Aaron. Councilwoman Francois was kind enough to send us a video of the current situation on the youth council, on the youth group. I'll send that to each of you so you'll have it. I will email it out to all of you sometime this week, and that will show each of the rooms and everything else. Councilwoman, do you have anything to add on the youth center at all? If you do, you can unmute yourself and you can. If you have anything to add.
I don't have anything to add on the youth center at this time,
Okay.
if
Okay.
that was the question.
Okay. Is there anything that you would like to report to the HRC? Now, I know that we only asked you to come at the last minute, and you were kind enough to come in the place of Councilman Braun. But if you have anything to ask, I would be happy to hear it.
Okay, I really don't have too much to add, and apologies if there's a lot of background noise. I am actually driving.
Okay.
But I would say that, thank you for letting me sit in for ROM. And, just be mindful of, we're still in the pandemic. Be safe as possible, get vaccinated, wear your mask. And a lot of what I would report was already reported out in the police report, so I don't want to be redundant.
Okay.
So I guess just be well and be safe.
Okay. Thank you.
So Gary and team, this is Shubhendu. Just on Councilman Ram's behalf, I just wanted to remind everyone that there is a Franklin Community Picnic that's scheduled for Saturday, August 28th, between 12 to 4, rain or shine, at the Middlebush Park. It's a free event for the township, and everyone is invited and frankly encouraged to attend.
Thank you so much for that
from the Franklin Day, correct? Is Franklin Day in August
No,
and then in September?
that's not part of Franklin Day this year is in September.
In September, always. Yeah.
And it will be held at the municipal complex.
Uh-huh.
This is not in place of that. This is a community picnic that is this Saturday, as Shubhender has just told us.
And
Okay,
Franklin Day, Gary, Franklin Day event is September 18th.
September.
Okay, thank you very much, Alex. September 18th is the annual Franklin Day Festival, which isn't going to be at where it always is, but it's going to be at the municipal complex. Okay, Mr. Tibbs, you have a report on the pool. As you recall, last month, Mr. Tibbs gave us a report, and he was going to meet with the Township Recreation Department, and which I believe he did. So, can you unmute yourself, Johnny, or do you want me to? Okay, can you hear me, Johnny? Can you?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Can you hear me,
Can you hear me?
John?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you now, John.
Okay.
Okay, give me a report on the pool.
Okay. First of all, let me say hi, guys, man. You don't know how long I've been wishing to see you, Edna and gentleman, Mr. Singh down there. I don't think I've seen you before. And Gary, I wish the rest of the guys was on. Alex and Mickey, and you know, thank God that I'm on this now. Yes, and I'm gonna go to the report. Now, I wish everybody was here because it's important that over the years we've had the community has had a problem with the pool and the uses of the pool from the recreation department and the actions that was inherent policies in and around Naaman Williams Park. That's where the pool is. Okay. Now it's in the middle of the minority neighborhood, which is called Parkside, the Parkside area. Now we've been having some problems with them over the years. First of all, they cut down all of the trees in the park, all of the shade trees in the park. This is bring you up to date, man. And I was really mad about that, and we tried to solve that, and we had some more trees put in the park. Then they had the young adults had a gazebo where they had all the benches there, and that's where they hung out in the afternoons. And they knocked down all the benches so the kids couldn't have anywhere to sit arbitrarily. And we recognized the fact that they needed the benches, so we went to the recreation department and all the benches put back up. Then there was a problem with in the pool. They had a cartoon caricature of the kids in the pool when they were sending flyers out about the pool being opening of a little black child with large eyes that was very insensitive to the Black community. The HRC also felt the insensitivity that the flyer met with, and we met with the recreation department. And matter of fact, the HRC was responsible for having a apology about that particular flyer. Now, the biggest problem we've had with the pool was the restriction immediately in the beginning, the restrictions that they had on the pool for the kids to get in the pool, or the Black kids. Matter of fact, there was one time they offered all the kids had to put shoes on or put head rags on, something around their head before they got into the pool. Those restrictions was eliminated after some flack from the community, in which it was very embarrassing, insensitive about the kids have to wear some shoes to get in their own pool. That was changed. Now, over the years, we've been trying to get community to have full participation in the pool, but over the years, there's been total restrictions, and this year in particular, it was total no notification of the pool being open for the residents at all. There was no notifications, no flyers, absolutely nothing to tell the kids that the pool was going to be open in the community, for the residents in the community. Now, the camp opened, and we had a problem with the camp because the kids couldn't, the parents in the community couldn't put the kids in the camp because it had a fee of $300 per child.
Johnny, can you hold it for 1 minute?
Yes, sir.
1 minute. I just noticed that our guest speaker has come aboard after I indicated that she's celebrating her wedding anniversary. So I want to thank her, and just sit tight, and I'm going to call upon you, Tory, all right? I thank you very much. Because I indicated that you were celebrating the 25th wedding anniversary. Go ahead, Johnny.
Thank you, Gary. So this year, we have several problems over the years where at one time there was a tear in the pool, and it took them the whole summer to fix the little tear in the pool, so the kids couldn't get in the pool at all that year. And every year we've been having certain problems with the pool, getting kids in the pool. Around the 11th of this month, I finally had a meeting with Mr. Bo Butis. He's the new director of the Recreation Department. And we had a very dynamic meeting. It was really good. Well, he seems like he's going to be a good director for the township of Franklin Township and the kids in the community. He assured me that a number of the items that was in front of the kids, the poor kids in the community, not being able to use the pool, those restrictions will be lifted. And let me tell you some of the restrictions that we're trying to get rid of. First of all of the kids in the Mead Parkside area did not get in the pool this year at all. Because of, first of all, the parents want to know, they didn't know that the pool was even open, first of all. After the pool got open, they know the kids was in the pool was because of the parents paid now $275 for the camp for the kids to get at the camp, and they were the only kids that was in the pool. So most of the parents and the kids in the area didn't go nowhere near the pool because they couldn't get in the pool because there was no notifications of them being able to get in the pool. There was hours allotted for the parents, for the kids to get in the pool, but they did not know what those hours was because there was no flyers or no notifications of when they can get in the pool. Mr. Bovitis assured me that will be addressed next year. And of course, I went over I met with Nora and Linda, and wanted them to come down to the pool to notify them of the type of meeting that we had with Mr. Bo Butis. And they didn't show for that reason. I went over to the pool, and they had some problems of getting to the place. And Nora told me she had a meeting that night, and Linda wasn't able to come. And that was a good time for them to show them that all summer long, while there might have been 10 or 15 lifeguards, there was only 2 kids in the pool because nobody was able to notify that they could use the pool, first of all. Then there were certain hours that the camp could use the pool, and other times the residents couldn't use the pool. But that got straightened out. But that particular day was on the 19th of August that we were supposed to meet at the pool. And I talked to some parents and so forth. Some Hispanic people was in the area, and they also asked about the pool. They didn't know the pool was even open, or they didn't even get in the pool because they hadn't been notified. But I told them that next year, I'm sure there'll be notifications that all the kids in the area will be able to get in the pool. And another factor was, I was told by one of the people in the pool that the only way they can get in the pool was to go online. Now, you know what that says to the little black kids that want to get in the pool. You tell them to go online, they don't even know what you're talking about half the time. So that was another restrictive measure that was used for the kids can use the pool.
Okay, Johnny. Okay,
Yeah, I'm about finished, Gary.
okay, I'm gonna stop you. Okay,
Yeah, okay. Well, let me just finish that. And
Go ahead.
Mr. Bo Bridges and I, we decided that we would have a good time next year of lessening the restrictive measures policies that come out of the recreation department. I also talked to some of the kids. Let me also say that I tell Kimberly that I'm impressed and I congratulate her on the community center and the little thing that she sent out in terms of the video. It was excellent. I'm hoping that's the way it is now. It's not being proposed. And the people in the recreation department assured me that next year that the kids will be able to use their pool that has been in their backyard for these several years. And
okay, Johnny.
I was satisfied with that.
I'm gonna stop you.
Yes, sir, you can stop.
Because you have my guest speaker now.
That was my report.
I want to thank you. I want to thank you for making the report, and I also want to thank you to make them realize that the HRC is concerned about what happened this year, and hopefully the next year, as you have indicated, it will be handled the correct way.
Yep.
So I want to thank you for bringing that to the attention of the township. And if anybody has a short question for Johnny, please do so. But I have to get to our guest speaker.
Is
Can I just say something?
Go ahead, and
Hello?
is there I feel like there's a need for us to put into writing the results of John's visit to the
okay.
pool and his discussion. So I'll be happy to call John.
Can you help him with that, Edna?
Paper. Yeah, sure.
Can you help him with that?
Yeah.
And have it,
Johnny, I'll call you and we'll put something down on paper. I just need some bullet points so that we can go on record. We haven't been concerned about access to the pool and that we want folks to have multiple mediums for finding out.
I appreciate it, Edna.
you'll help him. Thank you, Edna. Okay, I'm gonna unmute our guest speaker. I have the honor now to introduce to you our new a middle school principal, Tory Hurd, who was recently appointed as the principal. I know Tory for a long time. She's been on the Martin Luther King Foundation with me. She's been in the school system for a while. So I'm gonna unmute you, Tory, and you can give your short presentation, and then we can ask any question. So Tory, I'm gonna unmute you if I can. Okay, Tory, you're on.
May I say something? Hello, may I say something?
Yes,
Who's
I'm
this?
sorry. Nope, there's a caller, Gary. There's a caller that was speaking. I don't want to talk over the caller.
Oh, it's okay. You can talk now.
Well, thank you. I'm the proud principal, as Gary stated, of the Hamilton Street campus. As most of you know, the Franklin Middle School, we actually have two campuses. We have the SGS campus and we have the Hamilton Street campus. And I just want to say thank you to Gary for inviting me on your platform to just talk a little bit about, our goals and what we're trying to do. I think, just newly appointed, but prior to that, I was a vice principal there, and I was in charge of our college and career readiness program, and just really getting our youth ready for their experiences for high school and beyond. And I would love to partner. I would love to partner with the Relations Commission to see, what we could do to one, have our students make sure they're involved within the community. We're big on community service. I just was on a panel, a moderator for some African American women, and we talked about the title was Boss, Branding, Office, Service, and Style. And when we talked about office, we talked about our students and getting our youth to be on different boards so that they have a voice. They have a voice at the table and they're sitting at the table. So the next step for us at Franklin Middle School is preparing our students to be ready for the community. And I think one way that they could be ready for the community is to start sitting on some boards. And one of my charges is to start reaching out to various boards that's within our community to see who has some room or a seat at the table for our youth so that they are telling you what their needs are and how we can best serve them. So I'm very excited about this new experience or this new journey for me and my staff. And we're not new to different organizations coming in to speak to our students. We have what we call lunch and learns as a part of our college and career readiness umbrella. And we've had council people, we've had the mayor, we've had various people come at lunchtime and talk to our students about their role in the community. And I would like to extend that offer to some of your members as well so that they can get a feel of, what it is our community is all about. And Mr. Tibbs talked about, some things not being accessible to our students. And I think when our students are at the table, they're going to get the word out about these different organizations and what's available for them. So that is how we're trying to prepare our students for the next level to be leaders in their community and to take ownership and to assist us as adults to help them pave their way. So whatever way we can partner with you to get our youth out there, we've been working hard with the police department for our youth to build those relationships so that a cop stopping them is not their first interaction with the police officer. We're building those relationships at the Hamilton Street campus and the SGS campus as well as the high school. And I really want to extend it. That's my mission, to extend it to community service and allow them to, be a part of. So what I'm asking is, I hope that at some point, if you don't have youth, as a part of what you do, to create a position for a young person to sit on your board, to help you, to help their community, and to just build capacity for our young people. So I'm excited. I thank you for this time, and I look forward to working with all of you. And Gary, again, thank you for this opportunity because it just gives me an opportunity to brag about our students and all the great things that they're doing and all the great things that I know they're going to do in the future. So thank you very much.
Okay, so before I ask for questions and answers, just know that you can pull upon us at any time, and the HRC is happy to help. You may not know that we have two high school individuals on our commission as junior commissioners. Had to leave early, but the other junior commissioner is still on, Helen Vera. I don't know if you know her from the school system. HALENABERA. You may have had her.
And thank you for that. Thank you for that, Gary. I did not know that. And what I will say is that one of the goals that we have is we're trying to get our students younger, middle school, because I believe the earlier you get them to be involved, then they'll even become more of an impact when they get to high school. So I've been pushing with universities to get our students on campuses. A lot of them didn't want middle school students on their campus, but we're like, no, it's too late once you get to high school. It's not too late, but they're behind they're behind the eight ball. We want to start these relationships in middle school.
That's great. Do you have any comment, Helen? Do you have any comment to make?
No.
No? Okay.
comment.
All right, all right. If there's any questions now, please let me know or you can unmute yourself and please ask the question because we have,
Gary,
Tory with us. Who's
I
that?
have one comment.
Okay, Johnny, go ahead.
Thank you, Ms. Hurd. Thank you. That's
You're
all.
welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir.
Does anybody else have any questions?
Hi, this is Ed.
Can I make a comment?
Sure.
I don't know. Me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. It's nothing to do with any. First of all, I think Franklin Township should be very proud of itself. I'm not a resident. I'm one of your neighbors, but I'm not a resident. The police force is outstanding. I had a sibling who got into an accident years ago, and to this day, he will not forget Franklin Police. So kudos to them. On a separate note, and I don't want to leave my name because I just don't, but you have job openings there. I put in a few applications, and I know I'm well qualified, and I wish you guys would just go through it because I'm one of the people that wants to work. I get more money sitting home, and I don't want to sit home. I took on a little part-time job so I don't have to sit home. But I think look over the applications and give people a chance for a job interview at least, and let them prove themselves why they're good for that position. And like I said, they're paying me more money to stay home, and I don't want the money to stay home. I really don't want money to stay home. I'd rather be working, and that's all I'm going to say for now. And I wish you one well. Thank
Let me stop you. Who is this? Who's this speaking, please?
Apparently,
Who's speaking?
was just hung up. I heard.
Okay.
I think she said she didn't want to give her name, Gary.
Well, yeah. Well, I wouldn't have entertained it then. Okay. Is there anyone else that wants to ask a question?
This is Edna.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was wondering if you had. We're always looking to get involved and to stimulate discussion. Maybe there's some opportunities for partnerships, in some kind of. I don't know what's going on currently. I'm sure under your tenure, there are going to be some new things happening over at the middle school. So perhaps there's some opportunities to partner with us and this is like totally off the top of my head. It's not as if I've thought it out, but say, for example, there was a program on civic involvement. Again, I'm not thinking this out. And so, that perhaps there might be an opportunity to partner or on, diversity and inclusion, that there might be some opportunity for us to help sponsor something like that.
Thank you for that. And there are several, I can think of several opportunities right off of my head. As I mentioned before, we have lunch and learns, and there's a government section for one of our lunch and learns. And we had Ms. Francois come, and she shared about, what her roles and responsibility was and how youth could get involved. And we had the recreation department there. So that's one way. The other way is to partner with some of our teachers. Our teachers love Skyping in community members that don't mind speaking to students. I could get the social studies curriculum, and we could look through that and see where opportunity presents itself. But there's definitely a lot of opportunities for the community to come in and be a part of and to talk to our students. So I welcome that. I will put my email in the chat. And if you just shoot me an email and we will figure it out. We'll find a way. We'll figure it out.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone else that has any questions at all?
Yeah, I had a quick comment and a question.
Go ahead. Sure,
Gary.
go ahead.
So, first of all, thank you for that update, Principal. Very useful. Appreciate that. So my comment is actually an offer, right? So I'm an executive with IBM and I'm part of the industry, and I'm happy to come in and speak to our students with our youth about careers and skills of the future or skills development or anything else I could do and talk to them about what could be relevant to them. So happy to do that. So that would be my offer. in terms of the question, a couple of days ago, Governor Murphy signed an executive order requiring all school personnel to be vaccinated and testing, etc. And with all the exemptions and exemptions allowed, do you anticipate a challenge for our middle school with that?
I don't. The superintendent had his town hall on Monday, and I don't have those numbers with me right now, but the number of teachers that were vaccinated, he shared those numbers. And we're opening it up for middle school students 12 and older. We're holding sessions at the high school, and like you mentioned, there are some exemptions, and it's about communication. We have to follow what the governor says, and we just do our best to keep everyone safe. But I don't. At his town hall meeting, the parents were just a lot of the questions were we shared our safety protocols, and the parent seems to be pleased with what we're doing. Their thing was how we're going to help their kids socially and emotional, get back into the routine of being in school. And so I don't see a lot of problems. Our community has been working with us and embracing us, and we're just so proud of the relationships that we've built. And I must say, we have some of the best teachers in the world. So I'm very proud of them and the way that they care for our students as well as their families. We're very attentive to that. And our motto is everything with grace. So we show everybody grace, and we're going to take care of everyone. So, short answer, I don't see any problems because I think our superintendent keeps us informed. He keeps the community informed. All of the schools hold town hall meetings. I had my town hall meeting last night with my parents, and we'll continue to have those open lines of communication.
That's really good to know.
And,
Thank you.
and I'm
Thank you,
sorry,
Jeff.
and Mr. Singh, I will be reaching out to you because, we have everybody. Did you say IBM?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have AT&T coming into the building. We have Johnson and Johnson. We've partnered with Johnson and Johnson, AT&T, Robert Wood Johnson. A lot of our community members come in and present to our students. We took the students pre-COVID to AT&T site, and they just talked to them about the different careers. And then they share some inspirational stories with our students. Every student wasn't an A student. There were some C students that were excelling within their business, and stories like that they just need to hear, and they need to see people that look like them, and to know that there are opportunities. My thing is, if you can't see it, you can't be it. So we welcome you. I put my email in the chat. Just shoot me an email, and we will make it happen, Mr. Singh. And I thank you for your willingness to invest in our students.
Happy to.
Thank you, Javenda. Is there anybody else that has any questions before I let our guest speaker, on behalf of the HRC, we wish you all the luck in the world. You'll do a great job, in the middle school. And as I indicated before, the HRC is always ready to help. Thank you, Tory.
Well,
And
thank
happy anniversary. And happy
Thank you
anniversary.
so much.
And I thank you for coming out on your 25th wedding anniversary.
Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you
appreciate
so
you. Have to thank my husband because he was patient. He said, "Go ahead and have your meeting because I know that's important to you." And then
Okay.
we're gonna finish our celebration now. So thank you so much. Thank you,
Okay.
everyone.
Thank you so
That's
much,
great.
Tory.
Bye bye.
All right. Is there anything else to report? I don't have anything else. Are there anything else to report? If not, our next meeting is on September 22nd. Don't forget, as Shapinder indicated, there is a community picnic on Saturday. And as Alex indicated, the annual Franklin Day Festival, I believe he indicated, was on September 18th. So if you can have the HRC come up for that, that would be fine. And if there's nothing else, I will accept a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
I second.
Next meeting, September 22nd. Thank you all.